Introducing myself, this is Tiger Style. You hear me refer to myself as Tiger Style or Brian throughout my lessons. Some of y'all might know me, and those that don't, you'll find out who I am and where I am, at least mentally, very quickly. All right. Now, I'm introducing a series of audio recordings as an attempt to spread knowledge, spread insight, and first and foremost, above all, to promote free thinking, because we live in a world that does not promote free thinking. It actually nourishes the exact opposite. And it's a sad reality, but that's exactly how it is. And it took me many years to actually realize this. And I'm still in my learning stages as far as who I am, what I see, what's real, what's not. And I'm quite sure everybody is, because that's just pretty much how life goes for most of us. All right. Now, this first portion of my free thinking lessons is called Free Thinking 101, emphasis on population control. Now, I'll start off by saying, addressing, of course, to blacks and actually to everyone, to recognize slavery, reflect on it, but don't weigh on it. Because if you focus on slavery 400 years ago, then you don't notice or fully understand slavery that's happening right now. All right. And my purpose, at least for this first one, Free Thinking 101, emphasis on population control, is to educate, not by lecture and not by a grading scale or textbooks issued by a 4-year graduate from College Y or University Z, but through the eyes of a free-thinking man. Now, for this education, the only writing utensils you'll need are your eyes and ears, and the only notebook you'll need is your brain. And it's the same concept. We're going to open up that notebook, fill it with information. All right. Now, I'm here to challenge not just the issues that I will address, but also to challenge and provoke the very part of you that has suppressed and stunted your potential to grow into an intellectual being by keeping you from questioning. Because, you see, we are born curious people, okay? We're born to question. But we conversely are taught and raised not to question, but to just believe. Main emphasis on that would be religion. And that's another topic. And we just taught to believe that it'll be all right, and to hope that it'll be okay, and just to pray, for better days. That's what we're pretty much taught to do. And instead of being encouraged that we do have control over the directions that we're headed in life and who we are and what is being done to us, But in order to do this, we must first have the will to think for ourselves. Then the knowledge to decipher deception from perception. Then form self-conception. Okay? We're forming concepts here. Getting the concept of, okay, stand back, take a look at what's going on, and decipher what's real from what's not. So I'll turn your minds to Free Thinking 101, emphasis on population control. I'm quite sure all of us at, one point in time have heard of the Census Bureau. And the Census Bureau, pretty much of the United States, is set up to keep account on the population in the United States, the total population, the individual groups and ethnicities of the United States. Now, the main reason they do that is because the government likes things to be nice and neat, cut and dry, nice and ordered, because they want to know exactly where, how, and to whom to spend the money on when they spend the money and how to distribute the money. Okay, it's all about budget. Okay, so the Census Bureau job is basically to give the government an accurate read, or as accurate a read as possible, of the population in the United States to the federal government, to divvy up the money however it chooses to divvy up the money. All right. Now, I like to start off by talking about AIDS. And I'm quite sure that if not directly affected by family members or yourself or a friend or maybe seeing it on TV, things like that, one way, shape, or form in your life, you've been introduced to AIDS, what it does, what it is, how to contract it, all of the details like that. And AIDS, for those that don't know, stands for Advanced Immune Deficiency Syndrome. Okay. And I want to keep a key eye on immune deficiency because it's reportedly a very deadly disease. And I'll admittedly probably turn off 60% or more. I'll say 60% giving myself credit through these series because, probably it'll be more than 60% of the people that are listening to this that I'm going to turn off throughout the course of these series because of the issues that I bring up and my view on things. And it's not exactly accepted by, common, everyday, hardworking, regular people. But my job is not to get you to like what I say, and I am in no way, shape, or form trying to get you to agree with me. But what is the name of my lesson series? Free thinking. Okay? I told you, I'm here to challenge the one thing in your life to ever keep you from questioning anything, because you're supposed to question to find out. And there's a reason why we're taught not to question. Anyways, AIDS, again, Advanced Immune Deficiency Syndrome. Immune deficiency. That means a deficiency, a weakness of your immune system where at a point in time it's not up to complete strength to fight off diseases. Now, for those of us that have done any type of research or have any type of personal experiences with AIDS, we understand that it's not exactly the disease that takes the life of the person or the loved one. When you see a person that has died or lost their life, of course, from AIDS, you see probably, a universal way of looking at the disease itself as a whole. So, it's been shortened to just AIDS. But think in your own experiences. And thankfully, I haven't witnessed it myself. But if you've ever witnessed somebody that has gone through this, died of AIDS, complications, do you recall a doctor actually saying you're dying of AIDS or the person died of AIDS? Normally, you hear a doctor say, this patient died from pneumonia caused by AIDS contraction.